Good morning, everyone. It's about 7:30. I've been walking for maybe about 20-25 minutes. It's a good morning. So today we're leaving Villalba and going to Baamonde. Never going to get these names right. But it's been a good morning. Had a good night's rest. So I'm up earlier than usual. I think I was the first one out of the albergue. It's an 11-mile hike today, not very far. Hopefully some of this cloud cover will burn off. It looks like it's going to. So once the sun comes up in full, I think the day's going to get quite warm, which will be kind of nice because it's a bit of a nip in the air today. But today promises to be a flat day. Yesterday wasn't too bad. It was kind of flat. We do have one hill coming up. Not much of a hill, I think. But it should be a good day today. So let's get going. My hat is on my head. The sun is in the sky. And this is Bill, the Stoic Pilgrim. You see how I worked in all those catchphrases. This is Bill, the Stoic Pilgrim. Let's try that a third time. This is Bill, the Stoic Pilgrim, headed off for another day of adventure in Galicia, Spain. Buena notte. Wait, I just said buena notte. That's good night. What the heck? Bon camino. I guess I didn't get as much sleep as I thought. Okay, it's the end of the day video, and I want to give you some tips, some stuff I should have mentioned this morning, but maybe didn't. When I was in Villalba, I stayed at a place, and I showed the video of the place, the albergue uh, Carbelleria, Carbelleria. You know, it was pretty good. They had private rooms, and for some reason I didn't end up with a private room, but I did end up with a bed. And you saw what it was like yesterday. And it was pretty good. It's relatively small. I think they have like maybe, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 beds, something like that. It's small, but it's very clean. It's very nice. It's well worth checking out. And when I went for lunch, there's a bar. There's a place right up the street, Bar Avenida. Boy, I had a really good lunch there. I had some sort of soup with beans, and I think it had potatoes, but it had cabbage and things like that. It was really good, a nice thick soup, and I like thick soups. And then for the main course, I had ribs. But the person I was with, forgive my hand, the person I was with had what did they have? They had fish. They had fish, and they also had the soup, and it was quite good. Then, so if you're when you go to Ville Albia, it might be worth checking out. The other thing is, so then we made our way to Baamonde, And the place that we're staying at is KM 101. And when I first heard that, I thought, wow, that sounds like a radio station, KM 101. But actually, it stands for Kilometer 101. And we're right about outside the 100th kilometer. And tomorrow we're all going to meet and take a picture, a group picture of us standing in front of the 100 kilometer marker. But the thing about Baamonde, and I didn't go into the albergue. There's an albergue right across the street, just about. But they have a couple of good places. Coming into town, we stopped at a bar for just a quick drink before we checked in. Then when we checked in, the restaurant here is just incredible. The food, fantastic. They had this meat that the guy said he cooked in wine for like 3 or 4 hours. And it was this beef, and it was just awesome. And I had a salad, but tonight I had a soup with beans and clams that was terrific. A friend of mine had, and I'll include the picture. I'll include the picture. Croquetas, but black ink squid croquetas. Didn't try them, but if you're a black ink squid fan, you might want to try it. But yeah, if you're going to Baamonde, you may want to check this place out. You may want to stay here. It's worth checking out and staying. Really enjoyed it. The day was a short day, but it was a good day. And it didn't take a lot of videos. Didn't have a lot going on other than just walking through countryside. So I did take some videos, and a friend took the video of some cranes, and I hope to include that in the videos here. But yeah, so today's been a good day. Tomorrow we go on to Marat's, and boy, we're getting close. Everybody's saying the same thing, and I should point this out to folks too, is that when you do the Camino, you get closer to the end, and you get this kind of melancholy feeling. I'd mentioned this earlier. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I'm ready for the comforts of home, but then other times it's like, man, this is over with already? Well, I'm going on to Finisterre and Muxia, but even with those additional 4 days, it's kind of like getting kind of close to the end, and it's kind of a melancholy feeling I'm having. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, this is your Stoic Pilgrim. Before I say goodnight, let me add one more thing. I'd mentioned in the past about the issues I've been having trying to find good food, and a lot of people recommended, and I found another pilgrim. She's been very helpful. And it's like the best thing to do, as folks had mentioned, is try to find where the locals eat. Try not to eat pilgrim food. After a while, you just get sick of the same crap. Forgive me, I shouldn't have said it that way, but you get tired of the same stuff. But if you find the local food, and especially if you can speak Spanish, it just really makes a huge difference if you could speak Spanish, because then they're a little bit more helpful. And what I've been doing now is I've been trying to make sure that my main meal is lunchtime, and I seem to have better luck with that. So if you're going to do Camino Norte, try to eat lunch. Usually lunch for us is around 2:00. So try to eat lunch. Try to find places other than the pilgrim food, pilgrim places, and try to not eat on the pilgrim menu if they do have a pilgrim menu. Try to get out of your comfort zone, because there's some really good stuff here. I've been fortunate in that I've encountered people that have been willing to help me out finding some good food. So, as I've said before, with new evidence, you have to change your conclusions, and I'm starting to really change my conclusion about the food I've been encountering on the Camino. I just didn't know where to look. Here's some tips for you folks that will be coming out here and looking for some good food. Does take a little bit of effort, but some of this food is really worth it, because like that beef today for lunch, oh man, was it good. Anyways, That's it for tonight. Buen Camino. Talk to you tomorrow. This is the Stoic Pilgrim saying good night.